project title?
I'm Robert Beiser. I'm a computer engineer, and our project is the automated configuration server.
Okay. Can you summarize in general what your project is?
Certainly. Everyone who uses the internet has some form of service provider which helps process down the information for them so they can handle it. Usually get a set-top box, like a cable modem box, or maybe you have a TV box. The automated configuration server is a way for the internet service provider to troubleshoot and update those remotely without having to come out to you and do it by hand.
Great. Tell us about each team member's contribution to the project.
Alright, well, my computer engineering partner, Alex, did a lot of work reviewing code, a lot of code analysis for this. We had to verify that the open source solution we had picked to build on was completely valid. We had Mason and Donald. We did a lot of work with the database to ensure that our database was being updated properly. And we had a guy named Amadou who worked with our interfaces to ensure that we could actually talk to the clients we need to talk to.
Great. So please show us your working prototype and explain how it works.
Certainly, this will be a lot less flashy than your other prototypes, I'm sure. What we have here on this side is what our server looks like. This is the side we actually use because it's much easier to read. But this contains all the information on all the clients we've spoken to in the past 3 weeks, I believe. So we go back here. This side is a client. We run the command. You see this update. And so basically all it is, what happened here is that the database was updated. We got all the troubleshooting information. We asked the client for a bunch of information. We got that information back. And we stored it. If we need to, we can do all kinds of things with that information. We can update it, we can change it, we can do all sorts of things.
Right, very interesting. Is there something similar out in the market?
There are many proprietary solutions that implement this design. There have been a lot of open source attempts. This is a very large package. What we are doing is the final stage of many years of open source development to create a product that can be distributed to anybody.
Excellent. What does your prototype have that's better or unique from what's out in the market?
Well, primarily that it's free and open source. If you go right now to the project website, you can download this exact thing and run it by yourself. The idea being that this can be used primarily by our company, iPhotonics. They're going to upgrade on this, build their own, work on top of what we built. But a smaller company could as well build their own devices and interface with them themselves using our technology.
Excellent. How has this prototype developed from the UTDesign 1 phase?
We spent most of Design 1 looking for the open source solutions. The software package required to implement all of this is enormous. So we were looking for all of the background work we could to compile into the final product. We are building on a product called Libre ACS, which was our final conclusion. That's the source we decided to build off of. But it took all of Senior Design 1 to figure out which could be viable and which could not.
Great. If you think about the future and how technology changes so quickly, what future changes or possibilities could arise for this product?
The best thing about this product is that as a software implementation, it can be adapted to any form of hardware. So as, in this case, we're adapting it for fiber optic networks. It was designed for DSL networks. So it will move into fiber optics. If we discover something more powerful than fiber optics, it will be adapted for that. It will transfer very quickly as technology develops by itself.
Fantastic. Thank you very much for sharing about your project today.